This is ChatGPT taking a repair tech's messy explanation about broken dryers and turning it into the first draft of a one-page guide he could sell. It took about 40 seconds, and in about 4 minutes from now, I'm going to build the whole thing live on the screen so you can copy exactly what I do. Most gurus say the best way to use the latest model of ChatGPT is to start an agency where you sell AI services to clients or sell packs of copy and paste instructions, but I wouldn't do either one of those. If I had to start from zero, I'd give ChatGPT one job, and that would be to help me make a product I'm gonna sell. At $19, getting to $3,000 a month in monthly revenue means making 158 sales. Yeah, that's not easy, but it's a number you can actually picture. And if you're starting from zero, it's a good first target to build toward. And I've made about $176,000 over the years selling small guides, templates, and other things I built from what I already knew. So this isn't some idea I pulled from another YouTube video, I've actually done this. And before this video ends, I'll show you a real website where someone is selling a simple digital product like this with the number of sales printed right on the page. So you don't have to take my word for it either, whether people are actually buying simple products like this or not. You can either keep collecting prompts or you can leave this video with something you can put up for sale this weekend. Now that $176,000 came from a lot of small products and a few of them actually flopped. So I'm not pretending like every idea works, but if ChatGPT still feels useless to you, I don't think it's your fault. Most gurus showed you the tool and then gave it the most complicated job possible. So if you opened it after work, typed something in and got a giant wall of text and then closed the tab, you had a powerful tool sitting in front of you, but no one showed you the simple job it could actually do for you. Since then, almost every other video has told you to start an agency or sell prompts. Prompts are just packs of copy and paste instructions people sell for a few dollars. The problem is that both ideas need customers you probably don't already have yet. The people teaching them already have an audience, money, or experience, so they skip that part where you're starting from zero. So here's my honest opinion. Selling prompts is the distraction. The better way to use ChatGPT is much more boring. You use it to help you make the product you sell, and then when it's finished, you own it. So if ChatGPT's job is to help you make the product, step one is figuring out what that product should be. And the list of what you need is pretty short. You just need one skill you already have and a weekend to work with it. Start by naming the skill, and I mean the one you've never bothered to write down. And here's the test. What do people at work keep coming to you for that you've never even thought of as a skill? It usually shows up as an interruption. Somebody walks over and says, "Hey, can you do that thing with the," and you already know what they mean before they even finish the sentence. That's where the product idea is probably hiding. You don't notice a skill because it comes to you pretty easy. And when something feels easy, it's hard to imagine anyone willing to pay for it. And think about the guy at your job who's fixed the same office printer 41 times and still calls it just a favor. That's the kind of skill I'm talking about. I turned that test into a free worksheet with 6 simple questions. And at the bottom, you'll also get the exact ChatGPT instructions I'm about to use on camera. It's at notes.platformproof.com. Just enter your email once and you'll get this worksheet plus the worksheets from all my other videos too. And before we keep going, comment 0 and tell me the kind of work you do. I read every comment and I want you to see how many different skills are hiding in this audience. We've got 4 steps to cover and I'm walking you through every one of them in this video starting from 0. Example 1 is appliance repair. You've worked on hundreds of dryers, so when one tumbles but won't heat, you can usually narrow it down to a few likely causes pretty quickly. That knowledge feels ordinary to you because you use it every day. Give that knowledge to ChatGPT and have it organize everything into a simple one-page guide with the likely causes, part numbers, and typical costs. Your buyer is the guy standing in front of a dryer at 9 p.m. with a pile of wet laundry trying to avoid a $180 service call. You could sell a guide for one dryer brand for $15 or bundle several brands together for just $39. You just need to check it regularly because part numbers and prices can change. And remember this example because in a few minutes, I'm going to build the exact product live on screen. And the funny part is that repair tech would probably swear he has nothing to sell. The next 2 examples are the ones people usually push back on. Okay, example 1 is an executive assistant. You've spent 12 years managing someone else's calendar and there's a whole system in your head that nobody ever wrote down. You give chat your rules, shortcuts, and examples and have it organize it into a skill for the next person who has to run an office. That kit could include meeting prep, travel notes, and the inbox rules that decide whether the boss actually sees it. Your buyer is the office manager who got promoted last month and is quietly drowning. You could sell a smaller version for $19 and a complete kit for closer to $79. But it needs to work with both Outlook and Google Calendar because the buyer usually doesn't get to choose which one the company uses. And if you skip that, you're leaving a huge amount of money on the table. Okay, example number 3, a daycare director. You've been through enough licensing inspections to know exactly what inspectors look for and which small mistakes can cause the biggest problems. You give Chat your checklist, notes, and real examples, and have it organize everything into a simple inspection prep binder. That can include a walkthrough checklist, a parent handbook template, and a list of documents to have ready. Your buyer is a woman operating a home daycare with an inspection coming in 3 weeks, and she's terrified she forgot something. A general version might go for $39, while a version built for one specific state could sell closer to $99. But you'd need to check it regularly because licensing rules can change. Start with one state and get that version right before trying to cover the other 49. And notice that all 3 product ideas came from jobs that people already have. Step 2 is making the product. No agency and no clients. Just take what you already know and turn it into something useful. I'm using the appliance repair example because it's probably the hardest of the 3. It's also the perfect example of someone who'd swear that they have nothing to sell. So here's the entire prompt. I paste in the repair text explanation exactly the way he'd say it out loud, and then I give ChatGPT one job. Turn this into a one-page troubleshooting guide a homeowner can follow, include the likely parts, what they cost, and explain everything in simple language, and that's it. And a few seconds later, there it is. Now, here's the part most AI videos leave out. Chat didn't repair 400 dryers. The tech did. The experience, the shortcuts, and the things to watch out for all came from him. Chat just helped organize it and made it easier to read. It did it in about 40 seconds, what might have taken a whole weekend and a fight with Microsoft Word. And I know what you're probably thinking. If Chat made it, is it actually good? And that's the right question to ask, but watch what happens next. Because it got something wrong. And look at line 4. It says the thermal fuse is a $9 part, which it can be, but it makes it sound like replacing the fuse fixes the whole problem. Any repair tech watching this already knows that it's not always true. If the fuse blew, it could be something else, like a blocked van or a overheated dryer. Any repair tech watching this already knows that that's not always the case. If the fuse blew, something else, like a blocked van or an overheating dryer, may have caused the issue. So I fix it right here on camera. I tell ChatGPT that the blown fuse may be a warning sign and not the original problem. Then I tell it to put the airflow check before the fuse replacement. And pay attention to what just happened, because this is why the whole thing works. Chat missed the exact detail that someone who's actually repaired dryers would catch. You're not being replaced by a tool, your experience is the reason the finished product is worth buying. You just watch what this looks like for a repair tech, but you still might be thinking, okay Alston, what would my version be? And that's the problem people tell me about more than anything else, so I built the Finder to help you work through it. It's a short quiz at finder.platformproof.com. It uses your answers to suggest a product that you could test and the type of person that it could actually help. It costs just $17, so if you're looking at your job and thinking, I've got nothing, it'll help you find a place to start. Now, step 3 is selling it. You've got a problem, but nobody knows it exists. This is where most people get stuck. Someone commented under one of my videos and said, I made the product, but my problem is getting people to buy it. The first move costs absolutely nothing. You start posting short videos on your own YouTube channel, answering one specific question in each video. You can shoot them on your phone in your garage. One video might be, if your dryer is tumbling but not heating, here are the most likely causes on how to narrow down the problem. Then you make another video for the next problem people keep searching for. Over time, you're building a small library of answers that keep giving the right people a way to find you. Under each video, you put one clear line, the full troubleshooting guide with the part numbers and typical costs right here in the description. The video gives them the free answer. The guide gives them something simple they can keep beside their dryer and follow. YouTube helps introduce the two of you when he's searching for that problem. Your job is to make the right answer easy for him to find. And yes, you could do this from your kitchen table with a tiny channel. You might only have 12 subscribers, and some of your videos might only get 40 views. But a small channel can show up when someone searches for the exact question you've answered. You don't need every video to take off. You need the right video to reach the right person at the right time. You can also share the guide in a useful Facebook group or an online community for that topic, but the videos can keep being found long after the day you've posted them. Now let me tell you about the smallest sale I've ever been proud of. The first time a stranger bought something from me, it was just $7. I had a small product online, a page I'd put together myself, and months of nothing happening. Then one night, my phone lit up on the nightstand with a $7 sale. Some guy I'd never met found me through a video I'd posted and barely thought about after. I don't remember his name, and I'll probably never know much about him. And yes, $7 is tiny. It doesn't cover dinner, and nobody threw me a party. But the sale changed the way I looked at YouTube. Until then, I thought a channel was something you grew only by collecting views and subscribers. I thought the money came much later, after the channel finally got big enough. But that night, I realized the video could do more than just give views. It could help the right person find something useful I had for sale. A stranger found my answer, trusted enough to spend $7, and bought from me while I was asleep. The amount was small, but what it proved felt huge. Step 4 is the math, followed by a real example you can check for yourself. To make $3,000 in a month, you just need 158 people buying a $19 product. Or you need just 60 people paying you $50 a month for something they will continue to use. Neither one of these is easy, but now you've got a real number to build toward. You don't need millions of people to know your name, you just need 158 people across an entire month who have the exact problem you know how to solve. And to show you that this isn't only possible for repair guides, here's a completely different example you can check for yourself. It's on Gumroad, which is a website where people sell digital products. The seller is called NeuroNation, and the product is a $99 planning template made for people with ADHD. At the time of this video, the page showed 226 sales and 24 ratings. You can see both numbers printed right there on the screen. You can check for yourself, and I'll put the exact link below this video so you don't have to remember on how to spell it. Once you open it, click the $99 ADHD template. The public sales count is right at the top of the page, which is exactly why I chose this example. If all 226 buyers paid the current $99 price, that would be a little over $22,000 in sales. But I don't know how much every buyer paid, how long the product has been available, or what Gumroad took in fees. So I'm not claiming that he made exactly $22,000. The only number I can prove is that 226 sales were made with this product. And honestly, that's enough to prove the point. Hundreds of strangers paid for a simple digital product built around one specific problem. And I know what you might be thinking. If this works, why isn't everyone doing it? A lot of people are doing it, but their results aren't exactly enough to end up in a flashy thumbnail. A few sales here and a few sales there can quietly add up without anyone online ever hearing about it. None of that means it was easy. He still had to understand the problem well enough to make something people wanted. That knowledge came from him. The tool helped him organize it, but it couldn't replace what he already knew. And one more thing, and I didn't promise this part. Watch the screen. I tell Chat to write the page someone sees before the buy, a headline, who the product is for, and 3 bullet points explaining what's inside. And of course the price. And there it is. You'd still need to read it, fix anything that sounds wrong, and add the page to the website, but the first draft took just a few seconds. The exact instructions is in the free worksheet at notes.platformproof.com. You can copy it word for word. The skill you stop seeing as a skill is the one that you should be selling. Watch this video next. It breaks down the full path from your first sale to $3,000 a month, including how many customers you'd actually need. What you learned today shows you how Chat can help you build the product. That video shows you what to do with it after it's built. And in the next video, I'm breaking down the 5 side hustles you could build with Claude. Claude is another AI tool like Chat, and every example will be something small you can own and sell. So keep an eye out for that one. And comment Proof Builder if you stayed until the end and you're ready to build something from the skills you already have. Now go build the damn thing. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. Nothing I shared guarantees you'd make any money. Most people who try to make money online don't end up making consistent income, and your results will depend on your ideas, your effort, and how well you execute.